Alright, this is my 1946 Taylorcraft BC12-D. Thought I'd give a brief overview and kind of some of the details of this airplane. It's in really good condition. It's been hangared ever since it was recovered, whenever the logbooks say that was. I can't remember, somewhere in near 2000 or something. It has not sat outside at all. So the paint, there is fabric, there's no cracking, peeling, fading, or anything. That said, it's not a show plane. I mean, I've got just a little, hanger rash right there, little scrape. But, so it's not immaculate, perfect condition. It is a flying plane, but it's in excellent shape. So, yeah, here's the leading edge. Like I said, it has been hangared ever since being restored, recovered. I'll just do a quick walk around. You can look at it and then I'll point out some of the details. This might be a lengthy video, but this will give you an idea what you're looking at here. Haven't been here in a month or two. There's dust in the pan, but no drips or anything. So floor is clean. No cracks or crazing or anything in the windshield. Kind of a tight squeeze in here in this hangar. I've got two other airplanes in here with me. Does have the electrical system, lights. Here's the top of the wing. Sorry about this. No flaps, as is common on the Taylorcraft, but it is a very wide wing, and as you know, it will float forever if you're over speed coming over the fence. A little squawk here, just some very minor. This needs to be repainted, so just a little corrosion here on like some of the nuts. This wire could be cleaned up a little bit. Just you can see like that there. That's the extent of it, though. Tail wheel, Scott 3200 tail wheel, I should say. Field approval on that. It does not have ADS-B. I don't go anywhere that I need it, so it was just a waste of money in my opinion. Registration is paid for, however I haven't got the sticker yet, so yeah. So there's the exterior of the airplane. Let's go do a quick inside and then I'll go over some of the details. Here's the panel. Transponder and radio right above it here. ELT, some switches, of course. Radio, nav, nav lights, master. This switch here, this is the only Taylorcraft that has a 12-volt power port installed. Pull starter works good. What else we got? Oh, I got a Beechcraft vertical speed indicator. That's pretty cool, huh? Air pressure, or sorry, oil pressure is rock solid. The turn and bank indicator is not the best. The Venturi is like got maybe a leak or something in it. Of course the ball works, but the bank indicator sometimes works. Yeah, altimeter and tack. 413.9 hours on the tack. Over here, carb heat mixture. You can tell this is not a Vernier mixture. This is a Stromberg carburetor. Fuel shut off. This is an AD here to protect that. So when I kill the engine, I pull it out and run it dry. Throttle primer, cabin heat, all that. Little glove box over there. It's got an STC for the light. Big thick seat here. Here's dual rudder pedals. Brakes are heel brakes. All the pulleys are recently new. I didn't do them, but the guy who had it before me, I think, did them. Cables lubed. So sorry about that. All that. The seat belts here. It's a 4-point harness. This is part of the STC also. This baggage compartment. Part of an STC, I should say. There's the battery. And you can just see it's just super simple, easy to access and get to. So let's go back out here. The struts are sealed. These originally were not sealed. There was an AD for that. You could either inspect them at certain intervals or put sealed struts on. Previous owner put sealed struts. So the history on this plane, starting just a couple owners ago, because that's really the important part. A guy had it in Montana. He was going to make it his little backcountry plane. He put the climb prop. I can't remember the pitch on it, but it's a climb prop and 85 horsepower engine. That was a frame up restoration, so he did a really good job in doing everything right. He sold it to a guy in California who lived on a little grass strip. He didn't fly it that much, and he needed a bigger airplane or wanted a bigger airplane, so he sold it to me. I purchased it to build time in. As literally the day I bought it, a job opened up and I fell into this job, and I was flying 5 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. So I didn't need this to build time. So I've kept it ever since. And it's been hangared ever since. Well, before that too, I guess. I said that part already. Let's go in the engine here. I mean, what's to say, right? It's Continental 85. Does have the Steve's gascolator down right there. It's got the spin-on oil filter, which is an add-on. I put the 6s back on. I do have the 8.5 tires over there. The exhaust, as you can tell, I need to trim this one a little bit better right here. But this is off of a Luscombe. This is the Luscombe exhaust. It is, there's an STC for this. I purchased it. I put this new exhaust on because the old one was some janky farmer's solution, and it wasn't up to par. So the exhaust literally has like less than 3 hours on it. All new shrouds, the whole bit. I mean, that was almost $2,000 to do that. New hoses. Yeah, what can I say? It's Taylorcraft. Main tank is right here. As you can see, the little bobber. That's a 12-gallon tank. The airplane has two, you can just see the vents there, 6-gallon tanks in the wings. So you're looking at 24 gallons total. They feed the main tank via, there's the switch for the right tank, and there's one identical right behind me here for the left tank. That drops down into the header tank, and then so it doesn't feed directly in. Not sure what else to go over here. Air filter, that's add-on. You know, but this is a little downspout for, I think, the fuel carb heat vent. It's a great plane. The bungees are fairly new. Here's the belly. I mean, I don't get under here and scrub by any means. I can show you the carburetor was leaking, as Strombergs are prone to do, a couple years ago, and so you can't see it. It's buried in there. I took the carb off at annual, sent it into the one and only person that I was recommended to have work on it. Guy in Chicago. He's like 80 something years old, and he did a great job. It came back like dinner plate clean and works great. I would recommend, it was jetted, the mixture for sea level. I was in California when I did that. So I would maybe adjust the mixture a little bit, just being at this higher altitude. But so that was done, and like I said, I drain it dry so that gas just isn't sitting in there. But this is it. I can't think of anything else to go over. Logbooks. I do have a logbook starting day one. Logs in that day were kind of more of like a pilot logbook. Flew it this many hours. Flew it. Had an oil change at this hour. Did this annual time and stuff like that. So a little more loosey-goosey than it is now. But I do have those since day one, and I think there are probably some years missing, like in the mid 50s, but I haven't really looked close to be all that honest. There's something else that I was thinking of. Oh, yes, this is an LSA airplane. 1280 is the max gross on paper. It weighs 910 pounds as it sits right now. However, there is an STC, it's called the Harer, Harer STC, that has been installed on this airplane. You can tell because it has these reinforced wing spar brackets. It has that wood baggage compartment. It has the longer engine mount with the 85 horsepower and a couple other things. That STC has a gross weight increase to 1,500 pounds. So I'm telling you that the legal max gross is 1280. However, the airplane will fly at 1,500 pounds all day long. So I've been told. Not that I fly over gross, but yes, so 1,500 pounds, you're not going to fall out of the sky. That's about it. If you have any questions, I think I've covered everything. Just a great little airplane. Yeah, give me a call, send me an email or whatever.